Hey yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash.
I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men. We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.
To the ball foul. No. Anthony for three. Bang! Finds Barrett. Get a shot up. This is for the win.
We gotta lay cool. We tired of being cool, man. Every time we turn around, you telling us to be cool. Shit, man, we tired. The same thing, be cool. We be too cool, we gonna lose.
We do it for the love of the game.
Yo, it's your boy Hardwill, aka Will, chilling with my bro. You already know, from the 4-0 Worldwide L, and our new host, BEIGE Chanel. Salute, salute, salute. What's good, y'all? Salute, Chef. Salute, BEIGE.
What's good, BEIGE?
What it do? What it do?
Another episode back at everybody. Shout out to everybody tapping in with us, man. Great to see everybody here. Another episode of For the Love of the Game. Who gonna get the bloopers today? Let's get right into it, right? Let's get right into it. Right?
How was your weekend?
Mine was cool. Can't complain. A lot of football, college, NFL. You know, can't complain.
Yeah, get into that college game. Wow.
Oh, I went to my nephew game too. Not a game like introduction. That was pretty dope.
That was dope.
I seen Midnight Madness, right? What they had, the Midnight Madness. That's what they had.
Yeah, like game midnight where they introduced the team to the fans. All the fans come in. They had like a little shooting competition. No game, just like a shooting competition, stuff like that.
Don't forget that's at NC State on November
26th. I know the date because we actually was talking with my other cousin. He was saying that somebody saw the hoodie, they go to Howard. So I was saying that might be dope. We could just go to NC State, hit Howard on the way back. You know what I'm saying? Even VA, man. I gotta spread my wings and get that merch everywhere. Shout out G Money, was good. Definitely gonna be at NC State the 26th. Shout out Isaiah James. Make sure y'all remember that name.
So what's up? All right, y'all, let's get right into it. Let's jump into the NFL. I got the Ravens, who started out Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens pulled off a second game win streak in London. So with that
was an early game, I think, right?
That was an early game. That's their second one back to back, and they won both of them. They look real good doing it. They beat the Titans 24-16, so they really look good out there in London with a 2-game win streak. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, I didn't catch the game because I didn't know it was that early, honestly. But I was happy to see that they won again. You know what I'm saying? I root for them, not my team, but I root for those guys. And I'd be mad when I miss those early games and they play out of the country.
Right.
I'd be mad because some of them games you be wanting to get on your pick.
It's really early. Lamar Jackson, the whole team started off rough at first, but they pulled it through. For the two, I'm glad they pulled it through for the 2-game win streak back to back in London. It's really, really dope win.
Shout out JJ in the building. What's good, JJ?
What's good,
What's up, JJ? All right, let's get into my Commanders. I definitely got to talk about my Commanders. Y'all talk about y'all teams. I got to definitely talk about my Commanders.
I think I can talk about your Commanders better than you can this week.
Whoa, you can though.
I'm
You
just saying, I
can
was at the
though.
game, so I went to
You
that.
was
I went to the
there.
Commanders game, so I got a chance to look at them
You went to
up
the
close and
game?
personal.
Okay, so what you
I went to the
think?
game yesterday.
Since you want to talk
It was
about it,
That's
what you
dope.
think?
it was all right. It was all right.
It was all right.
I'm
Okay, that's
saying I
only
went to
because
the
you a
game with my
Jets fan.
cousin, so
That's only because
it
you a
wasn't too
Jets
much.
fan. Nobody really expected us to pull that win off against the Falcons, though.
I mean, I was semi rooting. for
That sound like a scapegoat.
the
Nobody expected
Commanders
us
to
to win.
win. You know, I was
See, he
had
expected
semi
the
rooting for
Commanders
the
to win. See,
Hawks, the Falcons to win. You
Mhm.
know, so I was like neutral. I just wanted to see a good game, and then for the little part, until he threw the interception, was a good game. So
It was three interceptions made. The defense with 3 interceptions made to actually help the the Commanders come off the 3-3 record. So
Mhm.
that was a dope win for them.
shout out to the
24-16.
Mercedes Benz, Shout out to the Mercedes Benz too. I got to give them a shout out. I got some nachos from them yesterday, like the burnt end nachos, the brisket.
Wow. So let me
nachos.
find out he liked the
Man.
nachos better than the
It
game.
wasn't just that.
Now
It
that's
wasn't
crazy.
even about like the flavor. For this, the price it was. Man, I
And he's a
couldn't beat that. I was
chef
like,
too,
they
so
get way more food
he's
than I get away at my spot. And I was like, shit,
yo,
that's a lot
he's
of food right
bigging up
there.
the food court in the
Yup,
Mercedes
yup. Shout out to that.
Benz
Did not expect that. That was a
arena
lot of food on them
for the
nachos. I mean, a lot
nachos.
of meat.
We won our little
Yeah,
sponsorship
that was
ad.
$11.
We'll put a
And
commercial up here for
$11
y'all.
with a bunch of meat. I was like, woo, look at this. I ain't even finish it. Yeah, it was a lot.
You ain't finished your food?
Did you share it?
No way I couldn't finish that. No way.
Did you share?
No way. No, I ain't have
Did you?
Wow.
Did you?
everybody their own. You know, everybody got their own. They want it.
Oh wow!
Come on, bro.
Okay.
That don't
Yeah,
mean
that was,
nothing.
I couldn't believe it for that price.
They was that
I
good.
thought
He
they
didn't
just gonna give
share.
like one little spoon, spread it out. You know what I mean? But nah, they was like this heaping, huh?
They knew you was a chef,
They was
Lord.
putting heaps up there.
They knew you was a chef. You know, when you're a chef, you get that food love. You get that extra scoop.
No.
The extra scoop.
Mhm.
You get that extra scoop. You know what I'm saying? When you go get them oxtails with the rice and beans and they give you that. It's always good to know the service. You know what I'm saying? Or be nice to the service. You know what I'm saying? They might hit you extra
But I mean, the
oxtail.
Commanders looked good though. They looked good. They look real nice. They look
This week. I appreciate
together.
it.
Now they looked decent. I
Yeah.
thought they was gonna pull it off.
We
The
did.
Falcons
Yeah,
a
they
little
won.
too much for them. Commanders
They
didn't win.
won.
Yes, we
The
did.
Commanders did win.
Y'all did? I thought they
24-16.
lost that. Oh, my bad. They came back at the end.
He threw
Yes.
interception in the end zone. He threw
Interception.
interception
Oh,
in the
you
end zone.
right. He threw the interception. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yes,
Look, I want
yes.
Commanders to lose so bad. Look, just to say, she like, no, we won.
24-16.
They deserve it.
I mean, they've been doing
And the
all right.
Patriots
Actually,
quarterback stepped up too. Actually,
Who?
they
got
didn't win a
spanked.
game
They
yet.
lost.
Now they lost, but he came back. He played way better. The Patriots quarterback. That's
Oh, yeah.
Purdy. No, Purdy's on.
San Francisco.
That's your quarterback, right?
That's the
No, but
Niners.
what's your quarterback? No, what's your quarterback
Howell.
name from
Howell.
Howell? That I know he's he all right. He kind of he's still like
He's young. He's still trying to fit in.
he's trying to figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be
See
all
me
right.
right now. Some of these quarterbacks are so new, and you expect them to lose some games anyway. You know what I mean? But they don't look like as bad as some quarterbacks that been looking this way for a couple seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like some
Yeah.
of these young quarterbacks, they're gonna make mistakes, but you can see the potential in a lot of them. Like even the kid we talked about last time, Barrow from the Bengals, even though he was hurt, to come right back and look good like that says a lot. So I think the NFL is going in the right direction with quarterbacks. We just need to get right. New York teams
Right.
need to get right with quarterbacks. You know what I'm
Well, you
saying?
know what? The shocker for me this week was actually the Browns beating the 49ers. That sent my parlay to hell.
Oh, you pick. And you know what I noticed? Like I told y'all last time, those ain't low hanging fruit. And now I'm noticing that Vegas they got the spreads. So when you see them points, don't even take them. Don't take them. You ain't getting it. And you expect the 49ers and them teams to win by a touchdown or two, right? That's what always get us
Exactly.
every time. So you got to learn what catches you, what fools you. Don't
But
be
that's the
fooled again
crazy
next
part
weekend.
because L told me.
Listen to L. Didn't I tell you I was gonna call L?
Told me.
But didn't I say I was gonna call L? So you don't listen to me. I said I was gonna call L. I didn't, and I messed up. So you gotta listen to L when he say that shit, because he's already looking past the spread, and he's doing that. I can honestly say he's doing that. He know that shit. No cap. Browns defense is nasty. JJ said
you gotta look for like narratives. You always gotta look for narratives in the game. You gotta look for like narratives. That's
L, am I right? What Vegas is doing? What Vegas is doing with the points? They're giving you them points, but you gotta think.
Yeah,
the
they give you
team
the
that
points.
come out, they're gonna get 7, maybe 14. So you adding 14 with that. Now we in the third quarter. Talk about they're gonna score that. I'll be putting my shit down. It's a wrap. You done fell for the okie doke. It's over. You ain't winning.
Yeah, that messed me up. But it's all good. It's all good. But
look,
Jay
no
Boogie,
shout out Boog in the building. Vegas not playing around. If we started last week all over again, nobody would have still said the 2 undefeated teams was gonna lose. It's a fact.
That's a fact.
Al did though.
Well, I said he was gonna. I said they was gonna lose. I said they was gonna lose.
Speaking of losing,
now, I did say that
Giants.
Deshaun Watson was gonna play. What about the Giants, Paige?
I mean, you said losing, so that.
No, you said the Giants because Tyrod Taylor was gonna cook, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I said they was gonna win because of Tyrod Taylor actually had a chance to win the game. You know, shame on the referees for not calling that pass interference. You know, but you get down there. See, with that, you get down there, you just gotta do something. You gotta turn them into points. And they had the Bills all night too. So,
but the coaches gotta know that once you get down there, the red zone or even close to your touchdown, it gets harder to score for a lot of these teams. But they don't know, they don't like make the plays to. A lot of teams is doing it. You know what I'm saying? They still running the ball, knowing they gotta. But like you said, a lot of these teams know they don't have the right quarterback to do what's necessary. Some of these quarterbacks is getting that ball down the field. Like, damn, I forget exactly what game that was, man. But I watched a lot of. I watched so many games. I was watching NFL when the games just kept changing. It's cool to watch it like that, but that should be having you like trying to remember which game was should be turning so fast, man.
That's why it's important for like Daniel Jones to get rid of the ball. I mean, the O line is you know, not the best O line, but you got to know how to play within the system. So if you know you got a weak O line, you gotta do other things. You know what I mean? You got to try to pocket help them out. You got to run. Really, you got to when you got a line that's like that, you got to run the ball. You got to run the ball. That's the only way how you'll solve that issue. You just got to run the ball. And
I think it got to be a balance, Al.
But you're going to cut you off. I think. Game.
No, you're right. I'm just saying that when I watch and I see teams that do well, it's a balance for where you know they run, they pass, because then now you're keeping the defense honest. You know what I mean? Some teams can't really throw, so you're seeing defense just sitting there. You know, the Jets, it's hard to score on the Jets. You see what they do. He just sit in that zone. If you don't really have no running like offense, you're not gonna do well. That's just how it is. You got to have a balance where your running back could get off, and then now you can switch it up and throw the ball around. And a lot of teams, they don't have both. You know what I'm saying? That's just some that I see. That's just my opinion on a lot of teams I see. But like I said, a lot of teams are growing because they got new quarterbacks or they got new players on their team. You know what I mean? That, you know, that take time to get like that. So,
word. Shout out to the. Go ahead. Go ahead, Al.
No, I'm just saying when you have, you know, part of like the balance attack too, though, hard. It's like when you got to have them weapons in order for you to have the balance attack.
Yeah.
So, you know, as much as a lot of teams want to have that balance attack, you don't have the weapons.
They don't.
If your wide receiver can't get separation from the defender, you don't have balance attack. If your running back can't hit that hole or find the gap when he need to find the gap, you're not gonna have that balance attack. But when you got a player like Saquon Barkley back there, you have that. you know, you have that weapon back in the backfield to help you. So that's the run game. It will help set up the passing game. You know, that's what happens. That's how you set it up. So you got.
That's why they need a good quarterback to be able to throw those passes. He's not it.
And see, the scrambling quarterback don't always work. It works for those teams that the mobile quarterback, but that mobile quarterback is a pocket quarterback. He just know how to move when it's time for him to move.
Like Jalen Hurts.
Like
Jalen Hurts.
Like Mahomes. You know, those is
Lamar
quarterbacks.
Jackson.
They know how to move. Yeah. They know how to move when it's time for them to move. So
and that's what keep the defense honest as well. Because if you know he can run and he can run past you, you trying to play him a little bit, you know what I mean? Like somewhat of his own type of defense. And then think about it, these quarterbacks run, then they could throw. So it's like those are the quarterbacks that excel, if you ask me. But the young quarterbacks, they come in with some talents, but they got to get the other side, like, you know, because the NFL is new to a lot of them. They're not going to just come in there doing what they did in college. But I ain't going to front. The kid from Carolina, the kid from the Texans is looking really good. He's a rookie. I think they didn't lose a game, or they won 4 in a row or something like that. Kid from the Texans. So, you know, quarterback from the Texans. I don't want to say his name wrong. I know I remembered exactly what quarterbacks from what teams that I seen that look promising. This kid looks good. You know, if you got a chance, look him up. Him, it's a few of them, bro. You know what I mean? Now you got to remember, like you said, they're getting new pieces. And I think even like the Giants, for example, their coach was looking good last year. He don't look as good this year. You know, it be like that. Sometimes people see what you're doing, or a lot of players is hurt, and his strategy ain't working. But we can move on. We ain't got to stay long on the Giants. The Giants, for me,
definitely don't want to stay long on the Giants. They
the
already had
Giants
no
is fine. I know cats want to talk about the Giants. You had from the Texans, the quarterback.
I mean, I don't think they fine.
DJ Stroud. That's who you talking about?
Right. Yeah, DJ Stroud. Yeah.
CJ. Yeah, CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
JJ got it up there. My bad. I didn't even see it, JJ. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, JJ.
I mean, the Giants, listen, the Giants, who they are. I don't think the coach looked bad. Sometimes, like you said, that's the one way of looking at it, but it's any given Sunday. It's any given Sunday. And it's also you got to look at, it's not like they're not playing against bad teams. So they're not playing against bad teams.
Yeah. So I wanted to give a shout out to the Jets for playing duck hunt, shooting down them birds.
Shout out to the Jets. And let me get the
Jets and worldwide.
They never beat them before, right? I don't know.
Never beat them. They never beat them. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at I know we're talking about the Jets, but I'm just looking at the Giants. Yeah, I mean, listen, week 1, Cowboys.
We're talking about the Giants. She just shouted them out.
Week 2 was the Arizona Cardinals. They won that game. Week 3, they played against the 49ers. Then they played last week. They played against the week before that, they played against the Seahawks, played against the Dolphins. Then you had the Bills. So they haven't had an easy schedule. So I'm going to give them the benefit. Huh?
So you were saying before that, or when you was looking at that schedule, because I remember when you said before that.
We were talking about the coach, and I was just telling you that sometimes
it
could be what?
No, I'm talking about the team you said before, like a while ago, that when you looked at the schedule, that the Giants is not going. I think you gave them 2 and something out of the first some odd games or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I understand what you're saying about who they played. Is if you could look at who they playing against, not knowing even what the quarterback gonna be, but you could just look at with who they playing and say the Giants might not win those games. When you hear the schedule,
that was a tough 6 games.
Talking about before now, BEIGE, like we look at the schedule, like we did it. And even though the Giants was in a good position from finishing, right? We didn't feel like they was going to win most of those. I didn't call it. He did. Because he looks at the schedule and gives what he think they're going to do. Get what I'm saying? And
I get it. I mean, I'm just saying they're all professional teams. So regardless of who's on the schedule or whatever, I just feel like they're all professionals. So
no, it's no excuse. No, we wasn't giving an excuse to no team basically he was just being realistic of saying who he
Yeah.
think gonna win, looking at the games.
They
Like,
have a tough schedule
they
coming
just
up
can't
in
beat
the
them.
beginning.
Yeah, they can't. I don't think they win this. They might get this game like that. And not even to take in the fact that the quarterback, Jones, is playing way worse than we even expected because he didn't finish so bad. So that was just knowing. See, I ain't really have a problem. L had a problem. He's not the man for this town. So L probably figured how he was going to come back. That happened. And then you looking at who they playing against. We ain't making excuses for them. It just was like, nah, they can't really beat some of these teams realistically, even if they was 100% and everybody's playing great. It's just true. And now when you look at the scope of things, you see what that really means now. That's
right. All. J Bud, that was my next topic.
But shout out to the Jets, though. Shout out to the Jets. Shout out.
Oh, now Jets. We want to shout out the Jets. Okay.
Now
that the smoke is clear. Okay.
Shout out to the Jets. Yes, JJ. Yes, JJ. What more can I say about the Jets defense? What more can I say about
shout
them
out
guys?
To the Jets.
I know Jay was saying something about them being last. You gotta. Sometimes I tell you like this, Bugs. Stats don't always tell you everything. It's like analytics don't always tell you the game, you know. And football may tell you the stats may say, okay, they give up X, because yesterday they gave up like 300 and something yards, right? But for those who watched that game, knew how dominant that defense was yesterday. From the opening snap, had him hurt. He used all day plays came off of broken plays because they was putting pressure on him the whole game. He threw 3 interceptions. They forced a fumble. You know, the thing that was funny to me, right? I'm sitting here watching the game. I'm like, damn, come on, you know. Now you start like, come on, football guards. Like y'all already heard us enough. Now I'm praying to the football guards now, right?
Football guards.
So the football guards, yeah, I gotta pay. You gotta pray to the football guards. The football guards exist.
That's what he do for the Knicks too. That's what he do for the Knicks too. He think he gonna get a miracle.
The basketball
guards.
On 34th you always talk about the basketball guards. You talk about
but I don't pray for them. I don't pray for them. I just know they exist. I don't pray to them.
I prayed.
All right, brother. I ain't knocking you for praying.
Guards. Come on, football guards.
I would be praying too if that happened to my quarterback in 5 snaps.
You
heard me? In 5 snaps, if that happened to your quarterback, you're gonna turn into a prayer too.
Yo, listen. You saw what I saw. If you had to be into that
all
game,
Jet fans is religious now. They like, oh Lord, and they all just knew it was up this year. They all knew it was up and stuck this year.
I'm trying to see if L got some wishnicks and everything around his little
They're not winning no Super Bowl this year. So the Super Bowl dreams is out the window. So if you ain't gonna win the Super Bowl, then it's a failure as a season because your whole dreams was to.
I'm talking about before he went down. Reference to when he went down. That was like a Christmas tree in Times Square falling. That shit was drastic, bro.
So listen, I'm watching the game, right? So this is the 4th quarter. And Paris come out, she's like, "Oh, Daddy, they losing." So I said, "Yeah." So she was like, "I said they got a chance. It's just like 39." They call, 2-minute warning. So I'm like, "Damn, come on." Now, mind you, the Jets ain't have no more timeout. This is why sometimes when you lose a game, sometimes you deserve to lose that game. And I felt at that moment Philly deserved to lose that game because me as somebody that watches football, I ain't got to be a head coach to know common sense in football. It's 2 minutes left. The Jets got no timeouts, right? It's 3rd and 9. You in on the what would be their territory. So I think it was at day 30 or something like that, or whatever. You run the ball, right? The Jets have no more timeouts. So you let that clock run off. You understand what I'm saying? You have a timeout. So you can even take the timeout when it get down to 1 second and then punt the ball. And then you force the Jets to beat you with no timeouts left. You understand what I'm saying? You force them to beat you with a timeout. But instead, on 3rd and 9, he drops back to throw the ball. See, even if it was an incomplete pass, you still stop the clock. See what I'm saying? It didn't make sense for them to do that. So in my eyes, that's why they deserve to lose that game. And he throws an interception, and the rest is history. But that's why certain teams don't win, because they do bonehead shit like that. Even though they a Super Bowl contending team, they was in the Super Bowl. But that's the reasons why when you do bonehead shit like that. That's like when the Falcons decided they was going to drop back and throw the ball when all they had to do was just stay right there and keep running the ball and kick the field goal. They didn't even need the field goal. They had to do was run the clock. Just keep running the clock. Patriots ain't even have no more timeouts. So when you do bonehead shit like that, then you deserve to lose the game. And that's why I felt they deserved to lose the game, because it was over pretty much. And then they just gave it right back to us. They gave it right back. Gave it right back. And they made it easy. That was the heartbreaking. They made it easy. We didn't have to fight that hard. We didn't have to get the ball down on our own goal line, or
they gave it away.
And then
They gave it away.
They
gave it away.
But L and the Jets was sitting on the couches with their asses clenched, right in the.
Shout out to my guy Gilly.
Yeah, we do.
He said we lost to the. Yo, you seen what Gilly said? Gilly's a Philly Eagles fan. He said we lost to Zach Wilson and the Jets. That's bad, bro. Philly, not a good look.
Not a good look.
Not a good look.
Nope, JJ. I thought they should have did exactly what they did. Scored a touchdown. Don't try to do nothing. Just go ahead and get in there, because they that's what they was told to do, to go ahead and score, because you want to get a def. You don't want to try to kick a field goal. Mind you, Philly just missed a field goal. He missed a chippy. So you don't even want to do. You don't even want to go for a field goal when you got a chance to score that touchdown, knowing your defense been playing the way your defense was playing.
He said, "Hey, Vegas gave y'all one to cheer up." I'm just playing.
hey, they didn't give us nothing. They earned that yesterday. You don't give those games. They earned that. They earned that. It's the reason why he threw that interception on 3rd and 9, because he was shook all game. He had his ass under pressure the whole game.
That's true.
And mind you, they didn't even score the second half. They pushed the shutout that second half. So he was running the whole game.
They earned that game. They earned that game.
They earned that. I mean, just made it easy for them to win, but they earned that shit.
And you gotta think about it. However, listen, that game is tricky. However you come out, listen, remember, because you following what the coaches tell you to do. So listen, the defense won that game, but however they pulled it out, bro. Like, because you gotta think about it. He threw the ball, but if they ain't pick that off, what's gonna happen? Philly is used to doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, and the same way you said, run it in, don't kick a field goal. That's what Philly was on when he threw that pick. You know what I'm saying? Because they had the lead.
Yeah, so what you do when you got the lead? You protect the lead, right?
No, I'm just saying that's why he
is not protecting the lead.
No, but this is
in 2 minutes left.
I understand that.
Trying to run the clock out.
But they wanted more. They wanted to end the game. And when you a certain team, they're not respecting. Listen, I wasn't the coach that called the play. All I'm saying is teams do that. I mean, they undefeated. You know what I'm saying? They working on shit while they playing y'all. Like, shit sweet. And the Jets got the top defense. You know better. So now, guess what? When teams like that lose games like that, that put them on point. That might change the Eagles right there and make them finish on the rest of their season.
It might. You never know. I mean, listen. That's the reason why certain teams win and certain teams lose, because you got to know how to make them right decisions as a whole overall team. I mean, he just coming from the Super Bowl, right? So you know that play comes in from that. It's in the headset. Yo, you got to call an audible, man. Like yo, it didn't make sense for you to throw the ball at that instant, because if it's an incomplete, then you misses, then you stop the clock, right? Hard. So now you force to punt it, because now it's incomplete. So now you force to punt it. So now you give the Jets back, and it's a stop clock, mind you. So now you give them even more time to march down.
They
the
fumbled
field. So
that
now I'm just gonna hand the ball off. They ain't got no more timeouts. Run my little 30 seconds off the clock, punt it, and then live with the results after that. They couldn't even do that. I wouldn't have threw the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have threw it.
Nah, I feel you. I agree with you on that.
They ain't have no timeouts. I would have made them beat me. Beat me.
I feel you on that one.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to the Jets for winning. We ain't gonna dwell on that win, but y'all earned that. Let's say that. Let's say that for sure. Dallas versus the Chargers. Get ready to start. What y'all think about that?
Dallas gotta get a win. I mean, they took a couple.
I mean, that's the America's team. They them boys.
I mean, the Chargers
winning this. I got the Chargers winning this game.
I got the Chargers winning too at home in LA. I don't know. I got the Chargers.
And the Chargers been sliding lately. That's why I got the Chargers, because they've been sliding lately. The Cowboys is on the Cowboys. That's what the Cowboys do all the time. They're on some Cowboy shit right now. But San Diego, I think they better than how they've been playing.
Mm-hmm. He said Chiefs American team, not the Cowboys. Somebody said. He said Chargers off the bye. Chargers off the bye. Eddie C said, "What's good, Eddie C?" Chargers off the bye because they got
Eddie
rest.
C? I don't know. Chargers off the bye, still at home.
I got Dallas. I got Dallas. I got Cowboys tonight, man. Because believe it or not, the Cowboys got a good team, and they just gotta show it.
They're not a bad team at all. They're not. It's just like having a whole bunch of superstars on one team.
That's the problem right there.
Yeah. It's not wrong with it. I'm not mad at them. I think they're gonna finish at the top of the East, and I think they're gonna be all right. But they've been struggling lately. Let's just say that.
To me, I always look at Zach Prescott. I look at him. I don't think he's a winning quarterback. And since it's like, regular season, I don't think he's not going to win a Super Bowl. When I look at him and how he's playing, I'm like, that's not a quarterback that can win a Super Bowl to me. Because he makes too many he makes bonehead mistakes. Mistakes he shouldn't be making at this point in time in his career. He shouldn't be making those kind of mistakes. But he'll make those mistakes.
I agree.
So I don't see him winning the Super Bowl.
Oh no, they definitely not winning that. It's just a matter of them being better than who they were last year. And I think they've superseded that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they're gonna win tonight still.
And they got a couple of bodies down too, couple of key bodies on their defense too. So
yeah, that definitely makes a difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Zach Prescott he just don't move me. He just don't move me like, oh,
he don't move me either. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan
neither. But like I said, like what you said, they got a lot of talent, and once they figure it out, that's a good team. You know what I'm saying? Even him, he's better than a lot of these quarterbacks that we watching on Sunday football. Let's be honest. Come on. He got a lot of flaws with him. He ain't perfect. He ain't the man, but he better than a lot of. Look at Russell Wilson. Look at all these quarterbacks. Look at Seahawks. This the Jets' old quarterback, Geno. Like, look at these quarterbacks. They trash. We can name one our hand. We can name one our hand. So son Prescott, he gonna be all right. He's still young.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna shock you. And the best thing for them is not to be the team that everybody worried about. Is to come out of nowhere and win. Because once it's like that, they're not gonna win. They're not good under pressure. I loved laughing at the Cowboys. Don't get me wrong, but I know certain teams they could beat.
Word.
I use them as as a pick on my FanDuel because everybody think they're gonna choke, but some days they not. So that's just my take on them. I ain't a fan at all. Dallas Cowboy fans is crazy. They worse than Nick fans.
Dallas Cowboy fans.
They worse than Nick fans.
Mm-hmm. And you see my man Bo that was in the chat last time talking crazy about Dallas. They got their ass wiped. He ain't been back since. He ain't been back around since. I seen him in another chat. I was gonna bring it up, but I said, nah, I'm gonna keep that for the love of the game. You seen dudes in other chats mention this shit from another chat.
Wow.
I said, Bo, you watch the show, pull up. Don't be high. And you was over here with your Dallas. They might redeem themselves tonight.
Word. Let's get into the NBA, WNBA. I just want to shout out to the Liberty just for making it to the playoffs. Shout out to the Liberty.
Shout out to the Liberty.
But the Aces actually won. Asia Wilson, the two-time MVP, dominated the championship game with 26 points, 15 rebounds. And it was actually a blowout. The score was 104-76. So definitely big shouts out to Asia Wilson and the Aces for winning that. NBA news. What's up, L?
NBA is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, L.
I got a chance to watch Wimbayamba Dude is all right, hard. I ain't going front. I was like,
Boy, nice, bro. That's
woo.
the future. The
Boy,
future is beautiful.
nice.
The
Boy,
future
nice.
is beautiful for the NBA.
Boy, nice. But the thing that I look at it, I knock on wood, boy, you gotta put some meat on them bones, boy, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. You gotta put some meat on them bones, big time. But other than that, man, he got everything. I mean, he got the step back,
Yeah, the meat comes.
crossover,
The
handle.
beef
He
up.
got everything.
The beef up
Mid
comes
range three.
because they put him on that NBA diet. They give him a trainer, nutritionist. They tell him how to eat. They put him on the weights. See, what's gonna be so dope? And this is what I was saying earlier. We was talking about Randall and everybody, right? Check it out.
Let me drop the link. See who wants to
Look,
come up in here.
it goes by era. I was
Mhm.
talking to my man Pop earlier. He was talking about plays. I'm like, yo, bro, dudes ain't grow up in New York or grow up in, and I'm not saying New York or certain places is better. I'm saying that if Styles was played in certain cities and it wasn't played in every city before things was televised, before they could go on YouTube and look at stuff, get what I mean? Dudes played a certain way. They didn't have a lot of boogie with them. Dudes that, now you got guards who only was played in a big man role growing up. That's the point I'm getting at. The game is more uber athletic. A lot of these players, like I'll use Randall for example. He has a dribble, but he's not that much uber athletic as these young kids, even though he's still young. Get what I'm trying to say? Bigger kids have better handles. You see that now. It's normal.
Yeah.
That dudes practice they dribble and they three, everything. You got dudes with height that could dribble the ball. And that's a perfect example, Wembanyama. But it's not only him. If you look around the NBA, it's a lot of young kids now. That's crazy. They could take one dribble, go upstairs, they can hit the three. They dribble is good. It's a lot of them. Point I'm getting at, the NBA is full of guys like that, bro. It is coming up, or that's already there that didn't get their chance really to shine. But like every year, I think NBA players, like they start to either decline or you don't see them no more, certain players, and then new guys get their chance to get their name up. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, it's a lot. The NBA is in great hands. And then the draft class that's coming, you got all them McDonald's All-Americans. And then when you look at like the kid Black that's on Orlando, he already got clips crossing over, dunking on people. These kids been in the NBA for not even a year yet looking like that.
Yeah.
So that's the point I'm making, that you're going to see dudes come in the league from this year and next year, or that came in last year, that's going to be better than dudes that you thought was all that.
I mean, you could spot the one generational talent though. They the ones that stick out. But he like this small. And Chet probably is. I think Chet the better. Right now he's the better like rebounder, like better. I'm gonna get down there and I'm gonna grind right now. I think Chet got that way, and it's surprising because this is Chet first season in the NBA.
Homegrown, you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
so it should be nice. That West gonna be nice to watch at, especially when them two guys go up against each other out there. So those are gonna be games I'm gonna be looking forward to, watching those two guys compete, because it look good. It look good. Look awkward, look kind of a little funny, but it's nice. It's nice to see a big man like that. I'm always talking about get a big man the ball. So see a little 7-footer with the handle, step back, boom. Okay. I like that. I like that.
Okay.
I like that. I like that. Because so you so used to the guards doing it. You know what I mean? So when you get them big boys doing it like that, it's nice. Like, yo, okay, all right, big man. That really lets you know they work on their game. And that also lets you know that they ain't listen to what people say. They did it their way, because the traditional way is to have the big man down and with his back to the basket. So they've been changing that over the years. So best quarterback, best running back, best wide receiver. Yeah, they should smack them books. They should smack them. You know what I mean? What you thought about that? What you thought about the Knicks game the other night? Did you watch the that preseason game Saturday night? Hard.
Me? Yes.
Yeah. What you
Of
thought?
course.
I feel like I said, I ain't bashing the Knicks or nothing like that. But I felt like what I said to you before. Same old Knicks.
But
Because My shout out Pope in the building. What's good, Pope? My thing is for the Knicks, and I keep saying this. I hate to sound redundant, but it's like for y'all to be for even the fans and everybody to see a change, y'all have to get along on the court. And I'm not saying they don't get along, but I'm talking about with the ball movement, the flow of the ball. And if it's the coach that's not implementing that in the offense, then that's a problem for me. And I think that might be the case because people are saying, oh, it's not the ISOs or this. If you look at what they did, then that's different. Go look up what what plays was called. And my thing is, just like we talked about in football, when you have a balance, you keep the defense more honest because they don't really know what you're going to do. And then when you swinging the ball and you making the right reads, players are more engaged. I always stress the fact of, like you just said, the bigs. You always saying giving the bigs the ball. That's the same stuff we used to talk about when we used to say swinging at the guys. So we saying not playing defense because they wide open and they like this and they not getting the ball. But you want them to give their heart out on the other end of the court. It's not realistic because if we could see that their teammates shouldn't be doing that and they teammate not built for that, I'm sure that player feels that way. He's not going to say it. Get what I'm saying? But that's the problem. The Knicks have to learn how to combine their powers and really get along and feel good off making plays. When I teach kids, I tell kids, yo, it ain't all about scoring. And that's the problem. Everybody, these young kids in their head, everything is about scoring. And that's why I like that they added DiVincenzo and they added Hart. Those are two guys with intangibles that's not going to think about their points and make the right plays that the team needs to win. And the guys, we got too many ball cases where everybody want to do. Man,
But
move the
that's why they
ball.
brought the
When
same
you got to
team
put
back,
somebody in the I play ball. When you got to put somebody in the blender to go by them, then you go by them and take them. Make the defense help, and then kick the ball.
Well, you know what?
If you don't really have that handle, like how Brunson get by people easy. This is my last point, base. If Brunson get by people easy, as soon as the defense help, he's gonna kick. If you can't get by people, you shouldn't have that many dribbles, bro, to try. You shouldn't. Swing the ball and get a better offense where we get in movement and pops and movement and run. You know what I mean? And boop, boop, boop. Like how Paul looked at the other day when he threw that pass to Curry, coming off that same old shit the Warriors already do. But Chris Paul just said. That's all I'm talking about.
But did you see what I'm saying?
Camaraderie.
All right, that's what the reason why. What you asking for is the reason why they brought them back. That's the reason why they brought this team back. So
that's not gonna work.
We should see more camaraderie. Nah. You should see more camaraderie.
It's more than that. You got to sit them dudes down and let them know that, y'all, you're not like that. You're not like that. But that's the problem. Like I said, when I heard Tibbs talk about Randall the other day, he said Randall's getting better every year. Like as if this shit is going to turn around and he going to take us to the Eastern Conference Final. That shit ain't realistic, bro.
You never know. Rumor has it that Karl Anthony Towns definitely is looking. I mean, they're definitely looking at him from the Timberwolves. So what do y'all think?
Would you give up Randall for Karl Anthony Towns? Would you give up because we can't have Randall and Karl Towns.
Nah, I mean, they looking at him. That's the rumor. So
no, sis. I mean, Beige, I'm saying to you that we can't have Randall and Towns. I'm asking the panel that. What do y'all think? On the same team. I mean, they got Gobert and Towns over there. So don't get me wrong. I know because Towns stretches the floor. But me as a coach, I would not put Randall and Towns on the court together. I would never do that.
Why? I'm saying
would I replace Randall with Cat?
He's gonna be like Mitch.
I'm gonna tell you why. Randall, Cat and Randall have the two of the same issues. Where they think too much about themselves a lot. That's why Cat had problem with the young boy over there that's a up and coming star. You see what I'm saying? Same thing I felt like with Randall, even though he was cool with RJ. I'm not saying they not cool. When Randall didn't play, RJ played better because the ball movement piece that I'm talking about is a good factor for the team to play better and for players like RJ and all them players to play on both sides of the ball. I'm just saying. Randall and Towns, two dudes that think like that. I'm not saying Towns wouldn't be a better passer because he dropped dimes. He probably would play better than Randall on our team. But I wouldn't take both of them on the court. And Randall ain't coming off the bench. He shouldn't have to come off the bench unless it's a
no. But I'm saying why you can't just slide
team.
Towns over to the 5? Why you can't just move him to the 5?
Nah,
he was their 5. He was their 5 until they went and got Goldberg. So why you can't?
I would rather keep Mitch or somebody, and I know they probably would want Randall for Towns because they already got Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why they got Towns is because Towns can hit the 3. Mitch can't hit the 3. So they still going to want to make space, even though they got Goldberg. They're going to want Randall. And if they do take Mitch will come off the bench over there. I don't know. But Mitch can't hit the 3. Like, see, when you play 2 bigs like that, one of them bigs got to be able to stay outside the paint. And that's what Towns can do. See what I mean? That's what we need on our team, to be real with you, because now the paint is open. The paint is open. You see what I'm saying? Because Towns Mitch is staying in that paint. Oh, this Eddie C. Let him up. But go ahead, y'all.
Yeah. So my thing is with the Knicks is what the same thing that you asking for, the camaraderie. That's the reason why they brought this team back. You know, they plugged the hole where they felt like they Eddie C got the shit. Hey, go ahead, Eddie C. The new Eddie C. No more looking like Ebro. What's up, bro?
What up, Eddie C?
Yo, what's up, man?
No more. You know, I think that's the reason why they brought this team back. Will we get what we all want to see? Probably not. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's bringing this team back, and you know you got all this equity sitting over there to do something with, so you could really add to this team. I think that's the mindset you have to be on. That you know that this team can get better. You know, you hoping that the players on this team take that next step as a whole, and then you hope that you can add that piece in that's going to take you over the top. You know, just think about it. This team was 2 wins away from going to the Eastern Conference Final. So we're not talking about a bad team. We're talking about a good team here. And we're talking about a team that makes noise, that, you know, you gotta lace your sneakers up pretty tight to come in there and play against them boys. Them boys play. The boys play. Now, hopefully we get that camaraderie that you asking for, hard. But that's just to be seen. You ain't gonna see that in the preseason. And you ain't gonna see it tomorrow night because they probably not gonna play.
But why wouldn't you? I see teams benches.
Because other teams have other teams is different. Let me tell you why. Because you got to remember, a lot of other teams got missed. They got a lot of interchangeable. They got a lot of pieces. They done got traded some pieces, brought some pieces in. The Knicks, you don't have to. This team just got finished playing together. That's why I say they got the chemistry is there. What more? You know it. They know what each other. They know Brunson going to do this. They know Randall going to do that. They know RJ going to do this. They know each other already. They know it.
I understand what you're saying. Not to just to disagree. I just don't see chemistry. Bro, I gotta see the chemistry. I can't listen, bro. Like I say, I see 2 players, and I'm gonna pass it around to the new guys. I just want to say this. I see 2 players they picked up. I think they did that for a reason. Those type of players, like you said, the direction that the team is shooting for gotta be the roster gotta match with that. And that always been a problem with me. If this team was doing something different, I wouldn't have a problem, because like I said on last show, I felt like Tibbs was trying to squeeze a playoff run out of players who never been in the playoffs. You can't act like that to players that never really did these things before, if that's your strategy or whatever the case may be. But I'm talking about other teams like the Detroits, other teams who was letting those guys get comfortable out there. And I understand people use different strategy, throwing them guys in the fire. But the Knicks was trying to do things that wasn't obtainable the way the roster looked to me. And my main point before I pass it is if they would have played more together, like teams that you see play well together, then I think they had a better chance of accomplishing those goals. But when you put them guys out there like that and let them play that way, like they could really do it on their own, even Brunson shouldn't have been shooting the ball that much. He got worn out, if you think about it. And then the players that don't play every game, because like I said about sharing the ball.
When he got worn out.
Who, Brunson?
Yeah.
When Brunson got worn out? Come on.
Oh, you talking about during the regular season? You talking about during the regular season?
In the playoffs too. All I'm saying is all that shit.
I mean, I seen him going like this hard. I see him
go
like that. I see
him. Look, bro, we making a longer run. Son, when a team is going on a run, bro, even before we got to that point, a lot of them guys would have got more minutes to prepare them guys. That's a better example I'm trying to give to you. More help for Brunson to be able to do more to bring us further. That's it. That'll help better explain my point.
Said he got tired or whatever.
He did. He was worn out because they wasn't sharing the rock. That goes into my point of not utilizing everybody the way it could have been that way. To by the time you get to that point, you already have better camaraderie and not get out the way, let Brunson go crazy. I seen too much of that, and that team can't win like that. You said the same thing. We better when Brunson come in sharing the ball and he close out. Go ahead, Eddie C. Y'all had you out here. Shout out to Eddie C in the building. Pope, pass the Pope when you finish. Eddie C, what's good, bro? You could jump right in. What you think about the conversation?
What's up? Yeah, it's been a long time, man. I know the last time y'all seen me, I had a big ass beard. It's gone. It's been gone for a minute. But yo, I agree with you just said about Brunson, man. Last year I was pleading for us to get a backup point guard. I think I said something about Morris from Washington, somebody like that. And just because, I know it's hard to play point guard in the league, man. Like, you need help. Like, you can't do it all by yourself. And we were never able to get that player. Now, this year with DiVincenzo, I think he can play some backup point guard. We got Quickly back there. I don't know how long Quickly's going to stay with the Knicks. To me, that situation is looking a little iffy. I think he can see himself somewhere else, playing a bigger role somewhere else, somewhere that he's not playing behind somebody like a Brunson, who's pretty. Right now, he's like the prodigal son of the Knicks. He's like the face of the franchise right now, and I don't think Brunson is going anywhere anytime soon. So like, where are you going to get minutes? When you guys are talking about the Minnesota situation, like, I don't really like Cat at all. Like, for this team, I don't think he's a good fit besides just 3-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? If the guy couldn't shoot threes, like, he really doesn't bring much else to the table. Like, nah, I feel you, but I don't know. Is his attitude, is the way he plays the basketball game? I don't know if it fits with the cloth of the New York Knicks at this point in time.
He may adjust. That might be an immediate impact with 20.6 points a game.
I'm not trying to. I'm not going against,
I think, Eddie.
Whatever it was that you guys were saying from before, because I don't know if you guys have talked about the past.
No, you
like,
could go.
But it's just that like to me. Okay, so it's just to me. Yeah, that's basically it. For this team, I don't like them. Like, there's plenty of other players that score 26 points per game, and it fits better to what we're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of getting a Karl Anthony Towns to score the 26 points per game, I'd rather have like a Donovan Mitchell and still have Mitchell Robinson playing the defensive side of the ball. Because then if you get Karl Anthony Towns, then you have to change your whole defensive scheme. You have to get a lot of perimeter defense. You have to get a defending power forward, because let's just call it what it is. Cat doesn't defend a lick. So with that situation, but what I was getting to, my point there was, Emmanuel Quickly and this kid Edwards, to me, that'll be a dynamic backcourt for I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Minnesota would try to look at something like that, put Edwards and Quickly together in the backcourt, and you set for the next 10 years. They could play off each other. Quickly plays a little bit of defense. I mean, in that aspect, that was actually the point that I was trying to get to there. But, besides that, I pass it off to Pope.
Listen, I want to say something real quick. Hold on. I want to say something reference to your take. We have a problem with that defense that you spoke of. The problem is nobody's being held accountable and keeping a man in front of them. Everybody's relying on Mitch, and it's not working. That's why the Miami Heat beat us. Once dude get past their man, Mitch is coming to help. Mitch man either get an alley-oop or they kick it to another shooter, bucket. Now, if we gonna make people guard up, and y'all know what I'm talking about, Mitch is the savior on that D, and Thibodeau got it set up like that. It's a help defense, and he get a lot of credit for it. My problem is make people play D if you're gonna use Mitch, make people play D to stop so much help from Mitch. because he's wore out from
Yeah,
constantly
and I
having to
think we
help.
started to do that.
And if we move Mitch and Towns was there, why Towns is good and the player you mentioned is not a good example because Donovan Mitchell's a guard, and we talking about like either moving Randall or keeping. Not saying you can't give your own. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. In reference to the guard position, we may need some more shooting power like Donovan Mitchell, but it's not off the table. We were just talking about if Cat come in, we moving some other pieces where he fit. I think he would because we have more space in the middle because Cat's going to stretch the floor. Number one. Number two, Cat is a great passer. I just wanted to say those things. You could reply, but I want to give it to Pope. You want to say anything before I give it to Pope? Eddie, see about what I just said? I just only wanted to say that.
What I was going to say is that I think we started doing that halfway through the season last year once we traded for Josh Hart. You know what I'm saying? We traded for Josh Hart. He's a perimeter defender who can play the 1, the 3, the 4, the 2. And then we just signed DiVincenzo this year, who looks like he can play some perimeter defense himself. So, like, we're going that way. And now we're also tinkering with playing Sims at the power forward to get better defense. I think we're moving into that direction where we don't have to rely so much on Mitchell Robinson. Maybe that's the reason why you're hearing a lot of Mitchell Robinson chatter, that, we might be looking to move Mitchell Robinson because the team is evolving. So, people around the league might think Mitchell Robinson at this point, he's appealing to other people in the league, and we can probably get something back that'll help us get further along.
Okay. And he's in the top 100. You're right. Good take. Go ahead, Pope. What's good, bro? Sorry to keep you waiting.
What's good? I'm hearing what y'all talking about. The cat will. So the trade would have to be Mitch Robinson for Cat is what would have to go down.
We saying what you think. Well, who we maybe would give up a bunch of hype. I mean speculation, but we just saying hypotheticals rather. What would you think would be good? That's why I told Eddie I wouldn't say a guard for him like that, but you know what I mean.
In the Donovan Mitchell thing, I mean, let that go, Eddie. That's over. That was last year. I don't even know how that name came up. He's definitely not going to be a Knick. That was the last year thing, and it didn't happen. So he's the Cleveland Cavalier, and didn't y'all beat the Cavaliers in the playoffs?
Facts.
Okay. So that's funny too, because I came here when I was on this platform. It was at the beginning of this off season, and everybody wanted Donovan Mitchell and Wooty Wild Whoop, and they did. I remember that. You feel me? Everybody wanted Mitchell. Some people was like, we don't really need Mitchell, yada yada yada. And so it ended up working out for y'all without having Mitchell. And in the playoffs, we all know in the playoffs, superstars win the games. Your role players, they need to show up too, but the superstars is the ones that actually take you over the top. When y'all lost to, who did you lose to? The Heat? Lost to the Heat, right? In the playoffs?
Yes.
You lost to the Heat. What superstar didn't step up? I don't think it had nothing to do with Mitchell, none of that. What superstar did not show up for the Knicks?
Well, Randall was hurt.
Okay.
I think RJ did show up. RJ did show up. Brunson showed up. But
so was Randall was hurt
earlier, Pope, about the chemistry piece, and I want you to touch on that because you know what that means for a team like the Knicks, not just in general, but I think that was the problem when guys started stepping up, like when Randall went out. It should have been more camaraderie from prior to make them team even better to beat the Heat because we had a better roster.
Yeah, but the Heat was on a magical carpet ride at the time. They was knocking down all the threes that they not used to knocking down. So they beat everybody with that until they got to the finals, and it was the final of that carpet ride was over. So, but you just said it. Ain't nothing wrong with your team. Your one of your star players was hurt. So had he not been hurt, who knows? The Knicks might have been hosting the finals. Now, if you want to do it, just throw some names around in trades. I don't know how to do that. Like just put Cat over there. Well, I got to take somebody out. I got to know what's the trade. Like I don't want to do hypotheticals like that. No. But y'all team to me, I'm like the Knicks got it good. Bronson was hell of her for y'all. He matched good with y'all whole chemistry, the city, the everything. Y'all actually shocked a lot of people. Y'all went further in the playoffs than even was expected from a lot of New York Knicks fans, and y'all was this close to smacking the Heat had you had Julius Randle. So I wouldn't change shit. Run it back.
That's what they did.
That's exactly what we did.
No,
But
I'm saying
every
this
team
year.
got
I'm
even
saying
better.
this
No, they
year. Run
did.
it back.
They. Oh, you saying again next year? No,
No, I'm
this
No, I'm
year
saying
they
saying
did
this
run
year.
it back.
this
I'm saying
year
No, they
coming
did.
up.
They did. They did. They only added Hart
They only
and
added
Dante
two.
DiVincenzo.
Well, one piece. They only
Yeah,
added really one piece.
but like I always say, other
That's good.
NBA teams got even better.
Who in the
The
East?
Bucks,
Oh,
the Bucks, Boston got Porzingis and Holiday.
The Celtics.
They was already better than y'all, anyways. So that's two teams already better than you. Okay.
Check.
That's facts right there. That's facts.
So
No,
Pope. That's facts.
but
No,
that's the same climate,
that's what
Pope,
he's
that
saying.
you
I understand
spoke of
exactly
for
what he's
us
saying.
being
Yeah.
able to do it again. And this is the point: the chips don't always fall. See, my point, my reply to that is the chips don't always fall like that. It's just like when we thought the Giants or certain teams. Once people see what you got going, now they know how they could deal with you better. When you come out of nowhere and do it, to me, my opinion, it's a little different. That's why I think the Knicks got to come back with more chemistry, even though I got to give them more of a chance and see what they're going to do, which I am. Don't get me wrong. I am. On top of that, right? This is the reason why I'm doubling down on the point. I don't see the chemistry enough to where dudes think they could carry too much weight. They should have to because of the level of calibers of players this is. Now, they would be good players playing together. They would be better players playing together. That's what I'm saying. Instead of they not the type of player like Dame Lillard or Giannis or Tatum to keep saying get out my way. And even those guys make the right plays to win. And if they don't, they lose too.
Mm-hmm.
Celtics?
They lose too when they don't make the right play when they start being
For
selfish.
sure. They lost
That's the
last
point
year.
I'm making.
That's the reason why they lost. They couldn't even beat a zone. Something that we teach how to beat a zone as a they, they couldn't figure out the zone. That killed me. I didn't understand how NBA professionals, superstar niggas can't figure out how to beat a damn zone. But
The lights
neither
is
here nor
bright. The
there.
lights is bright in the playoffs. The lights is
Yeah.
bright, Pope. The lights get bright. They get bright. You can't hit the side of the barn, and you see some of it happens. It happens.
So what I would say to Harwell about Bucks getting Lillard, yeah, they got Lillard, but niggas always injured. So and then and Giannis, he keep for some reason having his nick and knacks through the playoffs to where he so they kind of an injury away from not being able to fuck with a lot of teams in the East. Same thing as the Boston Celtics. Because Kristaps Porzingis, who is he really? Y'all had him before. Y'all know who he is. He sometimes motor don't run as high as you want it to all the time, especially in pressure cooker situations. Uh, and then Tatum and Brown, they got to get over that hump of getting out their own way. And that new coach over there, I think Udoka was perfect for them because he was their lead dog. He was that, okay, nigga, I'm the man. This is what we going to do. Y'all going to shut up and run this. Y'all going to share the ball like this. This is how we going to do it. And they did it. This new cat, I think he leaving it more up to them than like, my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. So they still got to figure that out. Which y'all, on the other hand, have a new team, but not the Giants. Don't do that to yourself, because Jalen Brunson ain't no what's the quarterback name? Daniel Jones.
Daniel
Jalen
Jones.
Brunson ain't no Daniel Jones, folks. So figuring out Daniel
Yeah,
Jones and
that
then
is
being able to
different.
smack what Dabo had him doing last year, that's different. Because to me, Bronson is gonna be
I'm lying. What
better
happened?
this year. I think Julius Randle. I don't know about him, but RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett, I think he gonna be better this year. I think with their chemistry and knowing everybody's position, having a whole year together, that just to me the whole team. I look at the Knicks. I got them like third seed in the East.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Pope. I ain't mad at that. That's a dope take. You got
Yeah,
you kind of you looking at it the same way Worldwide L looking at it.
L Boogie.
Hold on, let me say something. Paige.
Yes.
Do you got any reply to his Celtic take? I saw your face.
Oh, she a Celtic?
Talk to Pope about your Celtic for a second. Let him hear something.
Listen, not just yet. Not just yet. Y'all jump out there real early. I'm chilling where I chill at. We made some good moves. We played the Hornets on Thursday. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna let y'all keep y'all little third spot and all that other good stuff.
But let me say something. Let me ask you something, babe. Let me ask you something.
Second. Okay. Pope cleaned that shit up. I got y'all second.
How was you feeling?
I got Bucks or Celtics 1 and 2.
Nah, I respect that.
I got 3. You know what I'm saying? But I know in the playoffs, but I was talking about the Bucks and the Celtics, it's the playoffs, how they get to acting a little funny and injuries be taking place.
Okay, got you.
We don't know how to run zones and stuff. That's what. Okay.
Yeah. Y'all can't beat the zone. Yeah. That part.
Look, she don't get nothing.
Yeah.
I heard it.
She know it's true. She know it's true. She was sitting in the living room like, that's a damn zone.
I ain't say nothing. I'm
and she coached too, so she knew they should have beat that damn zone. She done taught her kids better than that shit.
I taught my kids better than that.
Correct.
Eddie C, what you was trying to say, bro?
I was just gonna ask you how was you feeling before you got Drew though? Like, cause I'm a Knicks fan, but I look at basketball, football, baseball, whatever, right? I'm a sports guy. And I was looking at the team, obviously, and I was like, yo, when they lost Marcus Smart, I was licking my chops. I was like, yo, Boston is food right now, bro. Because to me, Marcus Smart was like,
Drew was definitely going to make an immediate impact for sure. And based on the last game, when he didn't start, and they still did a hell of a run. We not worried about what coulda, shoulda, woulda happened. We talking about what's gonna happen now that he's there.
I feel you, but he's there now. But there was a point in time. There was a point in time where like the direction of Boston was like, "Yo, where are they going?" Like, did you have that feeling when?
Oh, go ahead.
I think the Celtics needed another player. And I think they got him in Porzingis. And I don't knock they move because Porzingis still could protect the rim and he bring him an offensive side if he's playing the way we know he can play. So I respected what you said, Eddie C, with
I do too.
Smart. Yeah. Smart is the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? Let's be clear. That must have been really tough for them to do. And I always say those guys, not that they better than us, but they doing that for a reason where it's a give and take business. You know what I mean? And I respected the decision on it because that was a hard decision they had to make. But what they received back for it, you can't knock them. They got Porzingis, Holiday, and Tatum and Brown. That's a really nice team because Holiday is a two-way player. And I thought Holiday would have been good on the Warriors because Paul and Curry can't guard and be in the game too much together. You see what I'm saying? But Holiday on the other end would have been able to guard the two guards. So on the Celtics, when Tatum or somebody can't really guard them, he's going to be there to hold that down. He's not going to. So think about it. My last point on that, you got good defense from Porzingis and you got good defense from Holiday. So you are replacing Smart in hindsight.
And Hardwell, they always been better than y'all. Just go ahead and admit that.
No,
for sure. I know. I know you just hate to admit.
Yeah. Hold on.
Just keep it 100.
We beat them the last 3 times we played them. And before that, RJ hit the half-court shot on them and beat them. So the Knicks have had Boston's number. Can we beat them in the finals or something like that? We will have to prove that. But as far as just games, if you look it up, we beat those guys the last 3 times, bro. No cap. That's a fact.
I mean, the 72-10 Bulls did lose to 10. They did lose to 10 teams. That don't mean you on the level because you beat somebody a couple times.
No, it do, because that could mean they got your number. Even though, like I said, teams got even better. And I was speaking of Boston. When we say we stand with the same team, we staying pat. I don't know if we can compete staying pat with a Boston team like that if they start to get good chemistry.
Yeah.
Right, but it's saying what I'm meaning too is more
You
so.
have to. Pope, you know how you have to, El? I'm gonna pass right to you, Pope, because we're not great at chemistry yet. If we were a team like I could point out some teams like the Nuggets or certain teams that just play good together, and I could be like, oh, next year they're gonna play even better together. The Knicks wasn't showing me that, bro. That's all I'm telling you. And then, like I said earlier, when players should be getting the ball and they're not playing on both sides. They're not making the extra pass. Look, last part, they're not making the extra pass that they probably would have made if another player would have made that extra pass. That's how it go in basketball, bro. So they're not really practicing
all that.
Team
I understand all that.
Chemistry habits.
I understand, but the book is not complete yet. So it's like it's not complete with the Knicks. It's like, all right, you see what the Celtics
brewing for how many years now?
The Celtics can't. How much moves they're gonna make? But if they got to start, if their next move is to unload that team, is to break that team down. You ain't
the
Celtics? To that team. Yeah,
bro, the Celtics is good.
Yeah.
I don't want to worry about the Celtics, bro. They fine.
We ain't get to that point yet, Hard. We ain't get there yet.
You know why the Celtics is fine? When Tatum came to that team, you telling me to hold on, but I wasn't finishing my take though. But go ahead. I'm mad patient with the Knicks.
I'm not even talking about a take. I'm talking about in general with judging the Knicks with thinking they ain't do nothing.
No, I know what you're saying. I was saying that
this team is a competitive team, right? So all you got to do, you got equity. You got something a lot of teams don't have because they went all in hard. So if it don't work for Boston and if it don't work for Milwaukee, guess what? It's being broken up.
All teams shuffle. All teams make moves. And I was saying, let me finish so you can hear what else I was saying. I wasn't saying you was talking about you was still trying to talk. I know what you were saying, be patient wise. What I was saying, you didn't hear the rest. I was going to say the point I'm saying that is because if they, and I said it already, if they were playing in the direction of what you're saying, then I would understand. It's too much. It could even be the coach, what they're running. You know, when you have a coach who gonna make dudes, it's like what he said about Udoka. You get what I'm trying to say? We don't have that. Either what Tibbs is trying to do, the roster don't fit the description, or he think dudes could pull something off that's not realistic. Even though I admit Pope made a great point when he said that if Randall wasn't hurt, it could have been different. I believe that a little bit. But could we have won the East? If that's the case, yeah, then because we'd have beat the Heat, right? Okay, cool. We'd have beat the Heat, then I wouldn't be talking the same way. And Randall was hurt. So I do have to give them a chance to play with 100%. You know what I mean? I know he was hurt. So I'll give that.
But now you're talking about that Celtics team, right? Let's talk about that Celtics team. You're talking about that team. Yeah, they got.
Hold on, don't let him get away with this. You letting him off the hook.
Hold on. Hold on. You're talking about the Celtics team, right? So you're talking about a team that's been there. They went to the finals. They didn't win. You're talking about a team that's been in the Eastern Conference Finals. You're talking about a team that's been there. So it's time. So what they did was they said, all right, we done did that. We done been to the finals, Eastern Conference Finals. How many years they done made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, right? So, okay, so you start looking around at your team. Okay, how did we lose to Miami? You start crossing your T's and dotting your I's. All right, Porzingis, we needed some more interior defense, but also now we have a center to stretch the floor. You have somebody that can be a little bit more mobile with Bam Adebayo as opposed to having Williams back there who couldn't D him. And then that created a lot of mismatch. Okay, you gotta give something to get something. Now you gotta get rid of Smart in the deal. Okay, now you see Holiday is available. Now you bring back another leader that can calm things down. That's been there already. He brings a championship with him. So he's been there. He's a voice now. So you losing Smart is not the end all be all, if you ask me. So now that you got Holiday, that kind of like supersedes that. That just puts that null and void. But the thing with them teams is it has to work. It has to it has to come together. And it's going to take time. This is what we said about the Knicks. How they going to take time last year. Well, we don't have to worry. We don't have to worry about that going into this season because this is the same thing. So this is how we get to start off and we get to hit the ground running. We don't have to wait for results with like a Milwaukee Buck team to see if this Dame Lillard and Giannis can coexist with one another. We don't have to wait to see that with this Knicks team. All we got to do is just see where we at, how we match up against other teams, and see who's available to pull a trigger.
I mean, that sounds good, but they're all professionals. They don't have to wait to jail together. They're going to jail together anyway.
Nah, it'd be a little bit though, Paige. It'd be more than just
It's not
that.
gonna take them a whole
It'll look
season
good
to be able
one
to
game,
gel
and then the
together.
other
That's
game
what
you'll
I
see it come
said
out.
earlier. I said the Knicks know they don't got a Curry or a Klay Thompson, bro. These players been here long enough. They ain't even do nothing with quickly yet. It's a lot of shit when you said like with the Warriors when you compared it earlier. You don't take 4 years to know what you got. That's just plain and simple. Now when you see it don't work, you're gonna blow it up. And you know what else people forgetting? Right before Tibbs sat Fournier and all of them, that shit was about to get blown up. Go ahead, Pope. I ain't gonna keep you waiting no more.
I mean,
yeah,
2 out of 3 years. Tibbs
It's all good because
this is 3rd year.
That shit was about to get blown up, Al. But go ahead, Pope.
What I'm saying is 2 out of 3 years playoffs. I mean, so this is what you see. So it's a 3 years. Not like
how
what
this got
Boston had up
accomplished.
there.
It just got accomplished.
Boston been doing this for the last 5.
Bro, we need to see what these players got, bro. It wasn't like this shit was in good grace. You don't know if Tibbs was about to get canned. He sat roles. He just started playing them guys because the people could have said, we need to know who these kids are, bro. This shit is not going in the direction.
Well,
and
how you know he didn't say that? How you know he was on record that he didn't even want Fournier. So he tells you right away. You see the results.
He
of
ain't want Fournier
when I bench you.
And then you was the main one saying we needed Fournier in the playoffs.
No, I said give him a shot. I said when you didn't have nobody that could make that outside shot,
give him a shot. Exactly. That's Tibbs' dumbass. If you say give somebody a shot, if you say you could have plugged Fournier,
you have a 3-point shooter.
You don't agree with
ain't nobody in your team making threes. If you had Steve Novak on your squad, give him a shot.
But that was the point why I mentioned.
That's what you needed.
But that was the point why I mentioned it to you. Because of the simple fact that that's what a good coach gonna do. And I said it, he gonna prepare these guys for that position when they get there. Not just not play a guy and expect him to do something. That don't really go together. He already made up his mind because he had to figure out what them other guys is gonna be because it didn't look right. You got guys playing the same position. You played Burks at the point when you could have put Quickly there. Did a bunch of nut shit. Think about it. This shit is all connected. Go ahead, Pope. I know you ain't forget. Pope, go ahead. You was about to cook me or somebody. Go ahead, Pope. You gonna let me get away with L?
Yeah, L did it. L is a smooth criminal. You feel me? The way I said don't let him off the hook. He wasn't letting you off the hook. The way he was just doing it, that's just his style. But he actually covered what I was saying. Like that team last year, I told y'all at the beginning, they shocked a lot of people. They shocked probably everybody how they actually played, even in the playoffs and all. And so when you get a dynamic like a Brunson and you got a squad like this, who everybody young, bro. I think that you when you say the same team coming back, no, it ain't. Them niggas getting better. Quickly gonna be better. RJ gonna be better. Bronson gonna be better. Randall gonna be like Randall, your oldest nigga, he gonna be better.
You would think
he still got game to get.
That's how it goes, Paul.
So right, Mitchell Robinson, he ain't really had this. Like last year was like his first real full year. And how old is he? He young. So that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like we don't need. So if I'm staying pat, I don't need to change nothing. I seen what we did, and we young guns. It ain't like we got old heads like Celtics. I'm just fucking with you. Nah, y'all let me off the hook though.
On the Celtics. I don't understand y'all age and how y'all comparing these players like this.
No. What I was sleep on was Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday for Brad Stevens, he gonna get GM of the year with this. With these moves they just made, that's GM of the year shit. You went and got rid of Smart, replaced him with Drew. Now y'all listen, Drew, he an LA nigga. He gonna know how to affect that zone. Y'all gonna be good now. Y'all straight now with the LA point guard.
Now we know how to run his zone.
Oh no, with the LA point guard. See, he from where I'm from. He know how to attack the zone. He ain't gonna allow that. Please believe. That ain't happening.
Say something real quick. I'm gonna keep it to you, Pope. Yo, JJP NYC. Check it out. BEIGE is the new host up here. She a Celtic fan, and we not only a Knicks show. Me and Worldwide is Knicks fans, but we talk about so much. It's all love. Show us some love. She ain't smoking on nothing. She's a Celtic fan. I'm a Knicks fan. Elder's a Knicks fan, but Pope ain't a Knicks fan neither. So you're gonna have people up here who not Knicks fans. So don't be Knicks biased, man. Show love. Everybody don't love the Knicks, bro. It's all good.
And I don't.
You know what I'm saying? We having a great
I don't
conversation.
even smoke and I don't even drink.
Now I got it, Beige. We know. I just had he don't mean no harm because I think I know he always come in. I just wanted to say it so
Nah,
he
I know
know
he
it's
just
gonna
giving
be.
his opinion.
It's a
Like, no,
even.
she tripping.
It's an
She
even
tripping.
panel
Nah,
sometime where we have a couple other fans on here. The photo picture L right here. I ain't gonna post it, but you'll see it in the chat. It's a lot of other people gonna come up here that's not Knicks fans, and it's cool. Like Pope. Pope is a Laker fan. He's from LA. He represents LA. He come up here, you hear his accent, and he always been on here since last year. So everybody ain't Knicks fans, bro. It's all good. And it's better that way, so we get different perspectives, and it's not. And he's the one saying he agree with L. That's a different outlook, which is dope, and I don't have a problem with it because it's a dialogue.
And I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Knicks fan, and I live in Costa Rica. So
see, and there you have. But where you from, Eddie? You from New York, right? Still though, right?
yeah, I'm from Manhattan. I'm from 109th and Broadway, between Broadway and Riverside.
Yeah. So my only thing is with the whole point that y'all trying to make, and y'all telling me, is that players are who they are, and they have the stage to perform and show they better than who they are. Brunson did that. I agree with that. But if you listen to what I said earlier, Brunson did too much. And when you're going on a certain run, your team is going to be prepared for that. You're going to utilize players right, and you're going to build up the players around that player because you know how valuable that player is. And when you have players that still have points to prove, and you have young players that would look better if those players wasn't doing that, that's all the type of stuff that's unacceptable, Pope. And when you use Udoka, that was a perfect example because he was dealing with the same type of stuff. Looking at the Knicks through how they handle their coaches, people be acting like we forget what we watched and what we seen these dudes do. Some of that stuff is unacceptable, and they've been in the league too long. And I'm not going to call out names because we all know what we've seen. It's unacceptable. These dudes are still hoping on a CeeLo, and we keep getting aces. We keep getting aces. So until that changes, I've been a Knicks fan too long. Until that, and Randall and them is not responsible for as long as I've been a Knicks fan. Let me say that too. But until they change the narrative, then I'll say, okay, that's that type of thing. It's not something that just, they have to go and prove it, number one. It's no excuses like what Beige said. It sounds like a lot of excuses. When you stay pat with guys and don't make your roster better right away, because we know what's better, what we need, then it's going to be a problem because you don't have a guy to say, yo, it should be like this and it should be like this. Brunson told them to go and get players from his Villanova team to give him more of what he needs, to give him more of intangibles. You get what I'm saying? To me, that's going to be more of cool. Maybe these guys could show you and then y'all could pick it up. Coaching is like that. I'll be like, yo, okay, this dude don't want to make the right play. I'm going to put the person on the court who is going to make the right play. I'm hoping Tibbs do stuff like that with Dante and my other man. I just said his name. You know what I'm talking about. The new guy. He brings intangibles. Josh Hart. They bring intangibles, and they're going to make the right play.
But let me say something.
We don't have a lot of that.
The other day, yesterday when we was playing Minnesota, like some people were playing with Julius Randle, right? And they saying that they want the old Julius Randle, like the Hulk, and he's looking like the Professor Hulk. You know, like he's holding back, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he's being too nice, but he's still doing the same dumb shit. Like yesterday, he grabbed the ball off the rebound, and Brunson was there for the outlet. He decides to still keep on dribbling the ball past half court. And then he got into the middle of the lane and he threw a turnover. It's like sometimes, like whatever you want to say, they just don't get it. Like that, you passed out to Brunson. Brunson goes and takes it to the rack, or he goes to the middle of the floor and he passes it out to the guy that Julius Randle had passed it to, but only 20 seconds early.
I'll be the one that knows just at so the much TV. He know it's coming. He know it's coming with Randall and that shit. Coming. He know it's coming.
But that's the reason why. That's the reason why when I talked about the Philadelphia Eagles earlier, that's the reason why certain teams and players they win because you don't have those bonehead mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have them, and as good as some players are, elite as they are, it'd be that one moment that'll define them, or why they can't get over the hump. Because
You still got to
it's
prove yourself at this point. L, it's bad. Go ahead, my bad.
no. Listen, I mean, it's greats that play this game on all levels, from basketball, football, baseball, hockey, who have never even touched the finals. Some greats, Hall of Famers, and this is facts. This is facts. It's nothing for me to prove on that. That's facts. So it sometimes it just be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You got to get there in order for you to find out. But you can't make those bonehead mistakes. You can't make those bonehead mistakes.
Remember what I was saying earlier. Y'all young. They gonna learn. Mike had to learn.
Patrick King was finger rolled, right? When he should have dunked it. See what I'm saying? Now you ain't gonna argue with Patrick.
Yo, Pope, but let me tell you something. But let me tell you something, Pope. There's kids that are 21, 22 that you can still give them that leash and say they're gonna learn. But there's people that are already 27, 28, 29 years old and they still doing the same dumb mistake. Yeah, they ain't gonna learn, bro.
Now that's when you need that coach. That's when you need that type of coach. What Hardwill was saying, that'll bring these type of things to your attention, put you on blast, let it be on the film studies, all that other stuff. But in the long run, like L just said, a lot of cats don't even get to sniff the finals and Super Bowls and things like that. Who greats? So even Mike took him 9 years, and I'm not saying nobody Mike. But,
great teams too, Pope.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this to that. I'm not mentioning no greats with people that make these type of shit that like Eddie C was talking. That's not.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to do that.
Don't even mention no greats with shit like that. And that's why players took this long to become all-stars in NBA. The players who his age or been in the league that long, 7, 8 times that the players who we know is gonna make the right decision. Guess what? Because they don't still trying to prove anything because they got it on time. And I ain't gotta single nobody out. You watch the game, you see what's going on. I think that if a player makes the right read instead of trying to prove he can average something, it's better than at a player when he in his 9th, 10th season in the league, bro. Because now you got players way better than when you was coming in. I broke this down. It's Euro bigs now. When those dudes like Randall was young, they was put down low. They played down south. They was in a box. It's a different game now. It's Euro bigs, bro. So all that being said is these dudes is very well replaceable. And if they don't make the right play, that's what everybody gonna want. Cool, give them a chance. I want to see how it's gonna be. I'm here. I'm still a Knicks fan. I ain't going nowhere. But my thing is, if you don't make the right play and you still got something to prove, it's gonna show. Because the right play is easy. That's why I tell my players, don't go in the game. I tell my niece that, my nephew that. Don't go in the game one track mind. Fill up the stat sheet. So when it's time to score, it's easy to score. Anything on your mind in the game too much, it's going to be harder to achieve them goals. Let the game dictate what you're going to get, what the game going to give you, because they could be designed waiting on you to have 20 and you're not making a read because you want to get 20 off. That's what be going on, bro.
That's all people respect nowadays is scoring.
And that's horrible. That's why the Nuggets won, and the basketball is going back to passing the ball. And the superstar all-star was averaging a triple-double. Dudes better wake up and see.
You better wake up.
What's happening. That's what has no more of that 10 dribbles through my legs. If you didn't survive that era and you didn't kill in that era, you're not killing in that era now. Because you can make one pass and the dude next to you could take off from the dots. And that's a bucket. You can't tell me if you think that way when you run down the court, you don't feel good. It's a bucket or it's assist. You helped create the bucket. These kids don't think that way. It's like they want to have solo videos instead of with the team. It's crazy, bro. Shit is nasty work.
It's so hard coaching AAU now. It's so because it's different coaching. Different coaching now because like you older than I am, as you stated last live. So you old school. Just hearing how you talk, I can tell how you coach. You coach the right way. You coach the game. The game's supposed to be damn played. But now, man, everybody, I got a 6'9", 8th grader. This nigga, do I gotta play in the post? Yeah, why not? Like, what are you talking about? That's easy buckets all day. Like, get down there, bang that, and let's go, bro. Like, you want to sit out there and dribble and go between your legs. You 6'9", but they all want to do it, man. It's horrible. It's bad. It's different.
It's different. I mean, it is
I
what it
wouldn't
is,
say it's
man.
horrible. It's just different because I mean, look at Wembayama coming in, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all he doing, and he making it look pretty. I'm not saying
Nah, but
everybody could be him,
he
but
fits the
you know what I'm
description
saying?
of a Euro big though.
He
That's what I was talking about. He fits that,
yeah,
and the guys who
yeah,
are
he is the epitome. He is the epitome of a Euro big. But there's
And it,
but
nobody
look at the kids
who out
coming in.
here is doing this. There's nobody doing that type of stuff. Who out
No, it
here is
is.
coming in
but
that you
hold on,
saying?
No, it
hold on.
is. It's
Let me
kids
say it
coming
because
in, or it's kids, like I said earlier, it's kids already here that's about to get, you gonna see them.
no.
So it's gonna
Listen,
be
bro. If you go do your history, the bigs from back overseas, they always had all around game. Sabonis, not the one that played for Sacramento,
Oh,
his
I know
dad,
that.
all
and
around
we know
game.
that.
Even
And we
Manute
know that
Bol,
the NBA is
used to
utilizing.
handle the rock and could shoot the rock. So
We
like
just
Yeah,
talking
over,
about how the
but
NBA changed.
they were soft, but they were soft as tissue.
Yeah, no,
So I
listen,
mean,
it's not
Sabonis
about that.
wasn't.
No,
that's
listen.
why you're
Hold on,
6'9".
hold on.
That's why you're 6'9" player.
No, I was gonna say that the NBA was played different, and that's why I brought it up. When you seeing young kids come in that could shoot with height, could dribble with height, right? Back in the days, Iverson was the person that really changed the game. Remember, this was a carry. You get what I'm trying to say? It was more where you get the ball down and give it to the bigs. Now you got bigs who can spread the floor, hit the three, so the game is more entertaining. But the NBA had to want to go in that direction. Remember, it only used to be the Harlem Globetrotters or the NBA. They didn't want to mix the two. That's why the NBA wasn't. Then until they said they want to get more entertaining. When they changed the call with AI, that's when I felt like that was a big thing. Because when he hit Mike with that in and out, and that wasn't a carry, the ref said, we gonna make the NBA said, I mean, we gonna make this game more. And Hardaway had the UTEP two-step. Remember, you could go by the video games or certain things where players back in the days, they had moves, but it wasn't like how when AI and these dudes came in doing hezos, and so the game evolved. You get what I'm saying? And younger kids got to see this stuff at a younger age and put on YouTube and mimic it and practice it. So that's where the game is at now. I know we got to get out of here soon. We stayed a little over. I know Beige want to get out of here.
No,
She
that's
want to
all
go
right.
watch
I
some
want to give a shout
basketball.
out to the chat and let them know I definitely got some screenshots, because when my team, get it going, I want to make sure Mr. God himself understand that I appreciate the prayer, but I'll be talking later.
Yeah, she just letting y'all know she see the chat and she ain't saying nothing right now. She
Nice.
got y'all.
That's
Any
funny that
questions?
Knicks fans is talking about some Boston. You can't talk. How Knicks fans gonna say something about the Celtics? They almost like us. I mean, they almost got many championships as us. But Lakers. Y'all can't talk
Yeah.
about no Boston Celtics.
No
Nick fans
worries.
is
Hey,
delusional.
listen,
Nick
no
fans is
worries.
delusional. Nick
I
fans is
heard they got some
delusional.
type of glasses they wear or something. I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's how I'm at it. I'm at this point with it. We'll see.
We'll
And
But
see.
I
I'll
wish
be
it on
at
my
you on
team.
that Boston. My Lakers is trash right now. I can't even talk, man. I can't even. I can't even. I mean, we ain't on the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
ask
so we
me.
all right. So preseason is almost up. We will see real soon. We're gonna meet right back here. We're gonna be able to talk about live games that we ain't gonna judge the preseason because they always say this ain't the real deal and stuff like that. But Eddie C is right. We saw some stuff that we shouldn't have saw if we want to give these guys the benefit of the doubt. Once you step on the court, people see you. And if we don't see nothing, we're not gonna say nothing bad. That's just real. We're not looking to just talk bad about people. We're not supposed to see that kind of stuff in preseason. That's an easy pass down court. And that's how I want to see. Yeah, at least they making those reads now that we wasn't making last year. Even though, like I said, I'm gonna give them a pass through preseason and see what they do in the regular season. I wish them luck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not predicting no third seed. Like I said, maybe fifth, maybe fourth, because that's maybe. And that's my take on the Knicks. Preseason, other teams, I seen a great game with the Bulls and the Nuggets the other night. It went like double overtime. So teams are playing hard. So I don't think it's fair to give anybody any excuse. Once you roll the ball out there, it's go time. So, it's been a lot
There's
of good
only
games
4
in the
preseason games.
see.
So
But you don't really.
teams are playing, bro.
Yeah, they playing, but at the first 3 preseason games, especially the first 2, you just throwing different lineups. You trying to you experimenting. It ain't about the wins and losses.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
experimenting this guy with that guy. That's what it's about. So don't don't put no
I
stock.
mean, Evan Fournier is
Put
playing,
no
so
stock.
we're obviously giving. You know what I'm saying?
I would like. I don't think they're gonna play the starters tomorrow night. I'd be surprised knowing the fact that you open the season against Boston. I wouldn't play them guys. Same way Boston ain't play they starters after they played. But and then I would play the last final preseason game. I would play my starters, and that's Washington. So you'll get a better feel on what the starters look like. On the rotation is gonna look like come opening night. But you know, I don't know how they're gonna do it. I mean, I wouldn't play my starters tomorrow night, but Tibbs might play them. He might play them.
I wouldn't mind seeing some more Deuce. I wouldn't mind seeing some more of the Toppin kid. I saw some things from Toppin that, you know, I can say you can probably work with this kid. Like his defense.
That's another.
You didn't see the
Yo, you shouldn't be making that noise at all the way you predict, especially not none of the players that they draft. They picked Obi brother. Knicks is still, man. They be doing a bunch.
Nah, they didn't. They didn't pick him. He's an undrafted signee. But I'm just saying, like certain things that I saw. You know what I'm saying? Where you could tell that he has some defensive instinct. You can work with something like that, bro. It's like saying Deuce McBride sucks because Obi don't do what he's supposed to do. Obi would do the same play. Obi would do the same shit that Julius Randle just did that I just pitched on.
Like so, the same thing. It's how they playing. They're not playing together.
I saw him with the same tendencies, basket hanging, doing the same thing in Indiana. Yeah, it looks nice. Get the crowd involved, but is that winning basketball? Is that sustainable to play that kind of style that he plays?
I bet you he played better than he played here because Indiana gonna share the ball more, and all that's gonna take is more time, and he gonna play better. That's all I was saying is why dudes don't play to their full potential because they not getting a fair shot. At least they feel so. So he gonna still have some of his bad traits, but once they start playing with Halliburton and them dudes get the ball to the open player, you'll see. That's all it take. And I ain't saying Brunson don't.
Yeah, but
Brunson had too much he had to worry about instead of having to just make the right play. They relied too much of his scoring for us to win. And that's not fair because if we want to go for a long run, it got to be more of a balance because other players could be scoring too if we sharing the ball better. That's all. It's going to be different nights. We get 20 from different players if we play that way. You know what I'm saying? That's all that would be.
Brunson sharing the rock more. I think last season with this, like his own, thing to prove. He got the money. I think that was his own thing to prove. And I think once he proved that, and you coming into this season, it's like, all right, because now you gotta get creative. You said that you got to get creative, so he has to get creative. He's the quarterback of this Knicks team, so he has to get creative. How can I take this team to the next level? It's not so much of what Randall could do. It's how can he, as the point guard,
how can you combine these guys and have a strategy? And that's why I think the problem is. Even when he talked about Randall recently, he was like, "Oh, he's getting better every year." Like, man, talk about him making the right play. Nigga, you shouldn't be talking about Randall getting better every year. Talk about him making the right read. That's what a real coach gonna talk about a play in his 10th or whatever season gonna say.
I thought you said that shit about RJ. I ain't even hear him say it.
Nah, bro. He said Randall's getting better every year. That's what you should be talking about. That's what you should be saying about RJ or young guys. Randall getting better every year. You should be saying Randall should be making the right read now. I'm so excited about him making the right read.
He should be more efficient from the field now. Shit.
Randall at this point in time should have a master's degree in everything basketball.
Word. Thank you.
With how many years he's been in the league.
Hello. Let me shout out one time. Hello. Let me shout out the chat one time.
This is season, right? So he got 2 All-Star teams, but not even the All-Star because you seen people guys make the All-Star, but he's a 2-time All-NBA player.
Yo, bro, it's people you don't even remember made the
All-Star
NBA 2 times, bro. Bro, it's players you don't even remember been to the All-Star twice, bro.
Make the All-NBA team. Just because you make the All-Star game doesn't mean that you make an All-NBA. That it doesn't go that way. So
listen, there's people that I've played with. There's people that I've played with just in rec ball that are very talented, but they're dumb as hell. And how far can that get you?
Thank you.
You have to combine both of them. And at this point in time, when you have this many years under your belt, you should be mentally there and you should be physically there. I mean, he's been physically there for how many years? And mentally there, he's still miles away. It's like, when are we going to get that full impact? And when that full impact comes, he's not going to be physically there anymore. So, if we just wasting, it's being wasted.
Eddie C, it's easy to figure out. You know why? You just said it. If somebody already got the physical and the scoring ability and they've been in the league this long, the stuff that we looking for should be easy. We talking about IQ and easy plays. It's more selfish. It's not something that they can do. Face the facts, people making excuses, all of that. Just like earlier, L mentioned him in a conversation like a superstar. Pope had to take the shit back. He's not that. So what? He's an all-star. We can't take that from him. He earned that. He earned the all-NBA team. He's not a superstar. He's not. Those are things you can't mention. He's not a whole superstar. I don't know. In a conversation of what we set him in, it was somebody that's like, I forgot exact words it was used, but it was in that realm of superstar or somebody who could do what we're looking for. And that's making the right play because they're not having to prove who they are. We know who they are already. It's no debate about who those players are that have been in the league that long. So those easy plays are easy for them to make. That's simple. Cool. That's your personal vendetta. I'm going to shout out the chat one time. I'm out. Fly Guard, Julian, JJP, salute. J Boog, everybody who's still here, everybody who left. Knicks are nice. Everybody who left, man, salute. Whoever who's still here, Boulevard, salute. Dope Show, Pope, thanks for pulling up. Eddie C, thanks for pulling up. The good part about this worldwide, we're going to see in a week or two, and we're going to have more of a conversation about what we see. You might be right. I might be wrong. We will see
I just think the play that we focus on is not the play that we should be focusing on. That's just me. It's not Randall. It's Brunson. Because he is the leader of the team. He's the quarterback. So it's his job.
But the player who got the most experience and who get the ball the most.
I think we seen that doesn't really mean anything. You know what I mean? I think that doesn't mean anything with this particular team. He's supposed to be like that, but when Brunson came, he brings that sort of like, even though I'm young, I'm mature and what I got upstairs, and that can rub off. It just I want to see how Brunson come out, because there was a lot of times I complained about Brunson. Not that I didn't want him on the team, but I felt he shot the ball. I felt he shot the ball too much when he should have passed the ball. Especially
it's not just his fault. It's everybody. That's what I'm saying. It's what everybody doing. A couple players passing more makes. It is. A couple players passing more. A couple players passing more.
That's your fault. That's not nobody else's fault.
And I'm not making an excuse for every play because I don't know.
Let's see the conversation, because I'm already getting tired.
Yeah, but I'm replying. What I'm saying is a point guard has to do more because the camaraderie ain't there. If we pass it more, if I make a couple extra passes, then other players will too. Good play is contagious. That's what I'm saying. And Brunson shouldn't have to make an older player play better. That's why I agree. Everything Eddie C said. He should have every type of degree in basketball.
More easy for him. I don't think he made him play better. I just thought he made it more easy. Well, he did. You added somebody to this team, so you was able to take the focus off of Randall and RJ. Now you have three guys. You have 3 20-point scorers on the team. So you can't really key in on one person.
Intangibles is a part of basketball, bro. Yeah, and we not keying on one person. The person has to have intangibles. That's it. He has to. He's still a part of the team that had to make the right read, bro.
The last point I would say is Brunson would probably pass more if there were more people cutting. Last year, at the beginning of the year, we didn't have many people that were cutting.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Now this year, I'm not cutting if they're not passing it to him, right, Eddie?
I say that all the time.
There's 3 or 4 guys now. Now there's. Let me finish. Let me get off this point. There's 3 or 4 guys now, because now you have Josh Hart, who can cut. DiVincenzo looks like he's a cutter. RJ Barrett is cutting. That's why Isaiah Hartenstein is getting pulled to the top of the key more and being looked at as a passer now. So the dynamics is changing, and then you not cutting AI, aka Julius Randle ain't cutting, aka Emmanuel Quickly ain't really cutting like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Right, Eddie C? Eddie C, and I'm saying that about camaraderie when one player don't like they not because there's no camaraderie.
Yeah,
that
man.
comes from like Eddie. When we in the gym playing together, that's because little knick-knack plays is happening. Now I'm gonna do it because they did it. It generates a whole type of chemistry
when I'm playing a game with somebody, right? And I played with somebody for a very long time, and I know their tendencies, they know my tendencies. Let's say we get down 3 or 4 points. The first thing that comes out of my mouth, without even thinking about it, is just out of my heart. I just look at the guy and I'll be like, yo, let's do what we do. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this pick and roll game going. Let's do this. Let's do that, because we're not doing it for the first 3 or 4 points. You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to what we know how to do. And that comes with me playing with you for so many odd years that this play works every single time that we do it. So let's just get a couple of buckets in here and let's just start playing.
They don't have that type
and
of
now,
play.
But now he's got everybody on his team. The same people that he's been playing with for years, they know each other now. You know what I'm saying? They're like, yo,
why they don't have
Brunson is going to know when DiVincenzo.
But hold on, I got
when
that.
He's on this.
Why they don't have that type of camaraderie? Forget DiVincenzo and them. Cool, I agree with that. But why he can't do that with Randall or Brunson with RJ or that? If they play together, they should already be able to do that. That's all I'm saying. We out.
Yo, they ain't. I don't know, bro. They ain't got that type of game, bro.
This is the year that you're going into, hard. This is the year. That's what I was saying about the bosses in the Milwaukee. You gotta have that fill out year. That was the fill out year.
That's
now
hard play. I think that's easier play. We just don't see it because it's too much selfishness. That's easy basketball for people who know how to play basketball. It's too much selfishness. If it wasn't, we would see more of those type of plays. Back and forth passes, easy buckets,
somebody
sharing the rock the right way. I don't see
somebody got to take that shot.
No, but I don't see enough chemistry, bro.
This is what this year is about, hard. This is what I keep saying to you. This is what this year is about.
Cool.
You had to fill out year. You advanced in the playoff. You advanced in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Now you bring that team back. You add a piece. And let's see what happens.
Yo, y'all. I see you later. See y'all Wednesday next show. Pull up, Eddie. Y'all. Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Shit's definitely real. Yeah. Trying to get this loot anyway. Hey, yo, Queens get the money. Long time, no cash.
I have given it much thought. It seems disaster must come. At best, only postponed. Shaolin Kung Fu, to survive, must now be taught to more young men. We must expand, get more pupils, so that the knowledge will spread.
RJ Barrett ahead. Here's Obi Toppin. Look out! Reach to the Bulls foul. No. Anthony for 3. Finds Barrett. Get a shot up. This is for the win.
We gotta lay cool. We tired of being cool, man. Every time we turn around, you telling us to be cool. Shit, man, we tired. The same thing, be cool. We be too cool, we gonna lose.